I never believed in village superstitions. Not until I returned to my grandmother's house in Banyuwangi, the house with the well no one dared to touch. It was 2018. My grandmother had passed away 2 months earlier, and since my parents were working abroad, it was my responsibility to handle her estate. The house was in a quiet, almost forgotten part of East Java, nestled among rice fields and dense bamboo groves. I arrived just before dusk. The house was exactly as I remembered, modest, wooden, with a tiled roof and creaky floorboards. But what always unsettled me as a child was the old stone well in the backyard. It had been sealed for as long as I could remember. Large wooden planks had been nailed shut over the top, held in place with wire and rusted nails. "Don't ever open that well," my grandmother once warned me years ago. "It doesn't just hold water." That night, after tidying up and lighting a few candles, the electricity had gone out again, typical in that area. I sat in the living room reading some of her old letters. Then I heard it, crying, a faint, high-pitched sobbing. It was distant, like it came from beneath the earth. I froze. I opened the door slowly and stepped outside. The night was still. The air was heavy. The sound was clearer now, unmistakable. It was coming from the well. At first I told myself it was an animal or the wind, but the crying was too human, too sorrowful. A woman, weeping. I approached the well, heart pounding. The wooden planks were still sealed, but the sound seemed to come from beneath them. I leaned closer, and then the crying stopped. Silence. Suddenly, something knocked from underneath. 3 dull thuds, knock, 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 from inside the well. I stumbled back and ran inside, locking the door. I didn't sleep at all that night. The next day, I went to the village head, Park Hardy. I asked him if he knew anything about the well. He looked at me gravely. "You heard her, didn't you?" I nodded. He sighed. "Your grandmother never told you the full story. 40 years ago, a girl from this village disappeared. Her name was Shri, beautiful, quiet. She was found days later, drowned in the well behind this very house." My stomach turned. "She used to work for your great-grandfather. Rumors spread that she was pregnant, and your great-grandfather tried to cover it up. But no one knows for sure what really happened. Only that since then, no one dared open that well. Your grandmother sealed it herself, and we told everyone to let her rest." "Let her rest?" I asked. He nodded. "Because sometimes she weeps, especially when she's lonely." That night the crying returned, but this time it was louder, and then I heard whispering, not just crying, whispers calling my